Friendships caused havoc in my life and ended up in 1999 launching Khalsa Aid. The idea of Khalsa Aid was very simple. There's a lot of political input, a lot of non-political input, but after 1984, my personal friends, our families, we struggled with what happened with the events that took place for the next 10 years in Punjab, in which a lot of seats with the name Khalsa or the concept of the Khalsa was considered in a negative light. Khalsa equaled terrorism, and it was a massive tarnish against the community. So when in 1999 we're celebrating 300 years of the Khalsa, we thought, why not do something? Why not give the world something from us, from the Sikh community? We're so generous. We're always asking for something. We want justice. We want somebody to listen to us. We want someone to pay attention to us. Why are we not going out and do something ourselves? Why we always say that we got the 4 doors to the Gurdwaras, which is a Sikh temple, that anybody from the 4 corners of the world can come to us. Why are we not going out of those 4 doors to reach out and come to us? And at the time there was a war in Kosovo. A lot of refugees were ending up in Albania. We had no experience at all. So then, like I said, what we're going to call the organization, 3 leaders of the Khalsa Aid. That this is the aid from the Khalsa. I'm not very shy about talking about political situations or human rights issues. I'm very forefront of it. So that inspired us, the name, to say, be the Khalsa, be fearless in serving humanity, like we are fearless in facing tyranny. So the first operation, the encouragement came from the Sangat in West London, 2 Nagar Kirtans, which are street processions every year the Khalsa, the Sikh community holds throughout the world. Within those 2 processions, we raised £25,000 in buckets. Imagine about 25, 30 young people carrying buckets full of money. That's the generosity of our community. So why did we launch Khalsa Aid? You know, we could see the pictures on TV. People are struggling for loaves of bread in Europe. And here we are, a street procession full of food. Every few meters there's food. There's food in the Gurdwaras, there's food in the street procession, in the Nagar Kirtan. So why don't we take the food where it's needed instead of putting the same bellies that when we go home we have plenty of food, when we come to the Gurdwara plenty of food. So we done the Ardas, took the trucks towards Albania, and we weren't insured. The truck companies would only insure us up to Italy. The rest is up to you. If something goes wrong, you're liable for the new trucks and the van. So we decided we'll take the risk. And it was an eye-opener. It was a huge eye-opener for us, learning experience. So the recipients of the aid at the other end, the beautiful message in all this, in the beginning, like I said, the encouragement, wasn't just the money that we raised 25,000 buckets. We were the first bucket that we carried in the town of Slough in England. It went into a shop owned by a Muslim gentleman. He emptied the whole till into the bucket. Our first donation came from a Muslim gentleman. None of the Sikhs said anything negative. Nobody said, no, we're not going to give you money because you're going to help Muslims. People saw people suffering, they believed in the vision, and they emptied their pockets. So we got together, we ended up in Albania on the border with Kosovo. During, you could hear the jets flying by, the NATO strikes on the Serbian forces. So from then onwards to now, I'm not going to talk about every single operation. I'm going to tell you a few things about what's going on in Iraq, but the general message is simple. In times like these, when the beards and the turbans are seen as murderous, as hate-filled, what Bin Laden done to our community, tarnishing us, Al-Qaeda and what ISIS has done to us indirectly. Nobody wants to talk about it. None of the Western governments want to address that. When we say Sikhs are being killed for their identity in America, being attacked in Europe, we get searched as criminals at most Western airports because we didn't reach out. We still couldn't tell anybody who Sikhs are the difference what the Sikh is to somebody who's Al-Qaeda or ISIS. So the mission is greater. The mission is humanitarian. And in that mission comes that message that you do not point fingers or judge any faith. You embrace all of humanity. Because the actions of a few, we're not going to say, well, sorry, all Muslims are bad. It's like saying, I've done something bad, all Sikhs are bad. So we must learn from our own experiences. And that's what Khalsa Aid does. When we're in the middle of, for instance, in Libya, the 2011, the conflict, we were on the border with Libya and Tunisia. Now imagine the border is like this sort of building. Okay, then outside you've got the border point which is open. This is when I got there first, and that's the only mission at the time when my wife joined us with another group because she wanted to know what we do. And it was one of the most violent camps we worked in. The first day, Baljit Singh, the Sevadars, and my wife arrived. We had another mass riot, huge riot. It was the people from Chad trying to attack the people from Somalia. And it happened right in front of us. Lies were told, riots started, people got injured. Our staff, our volunteers nearly got hurt. On that border we're working, imagine now. So we were giving water with the organization. Next thing you know, there's cars coming doing 150, 130 miles an hour out of Libya while the Libyan army is shooting at it, and you take cover behind anything you could because bullets are flying towards the border in Tunisia. That's the sort of situation at the time. So when we met the refugees coming across the border from Libya into Tunisia, they were carrying their children, they were carrying what they could, and they were robbed on the way by the Libyan army at the same time. We didn't say, well, these are Muslims, we'll help them. When we made the calls to the UK, to all our supporters, they came forward. When we started Khalsa Aid, there was no social media. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. It was a struggle. First 10 years was a personal struggle. It's a tunnel vision. Even today, everything in my body and my soul is Khalsa Aid. When you hear some rubbish rumors, Ravi Singh's on 70,000, Ravi Singh's earning £1 million a year, is somebody trying to tell you to walk away from Khalsa Aid? It hurts deep because you put your life into it and all you get is these rumors. When I've gone from Khalsa Aid, somebody will be earning 60, 70,000 a year, but nobody's going to do what we do 24/7 for 30,000 a year. So things will change. While I'm around, they won't. Because I know what we want, our team want. Ravi Singh is the director of India. So he has to put up with a lot of negativity from our community who just want to pull you down. Positivity is, to this day, when we're working on the borders with Iraq, and I told you I will talk about Iraq a little bit. Situation in Iraq is this: the Yazidi refugees have suffered the most in the recent conflict. The Yazidis are 7,000-year-old religion. I never heard of the Yazidis, and they're the Assyrian Christians. I never heard of them either till 2014. So we're saying to people, listen to us, we're struggling. We want you to listen to us. The Sikhs suffering human rights, etc. But we don't even know these people existed. So the Yazidis suffer the most. Now, they're escaping, like I said, people wearing turbans, having beards. So we go into a camp. The first mission, only I would go. It's such a dangerous area, we couldn't risk anybody. And the first thing you're doing in the camp is you're looking at who's going to look at you in a really bad way because something's happened to their family and they will take revenge on you. They think you're ISIS, etc. And in 2014, only happened once, where one particular person was looking at me like he's not very happy, rest were okay. So we talked to him through a translator, took half a day telling we're not from the Middle East, we're Sikhs, we come to help, because most of these families were murdered by ISIS. We're helping families now on the border with Iraq. There's a lady, she lost 33 members of her family to ISIS, and they're struggling with food. Like we talk about the Mughals, ISIS is doing 10 times more to Yazidis. Now, why are we helping them? Why are we going all the way from England to Turkey to Iraq to the border areas? Because this is what we do, subhanAllah. These people have nobody. And I won't challenge anybody from here. You want to come with us to Iraq, it's a long journey from here, but it'll be well worth the journey. There are dangers, there's risks. Where we're working next to Mosul, that could come under attack any day. That's about 10, 15, 20 kilometers from where we're working. Things will change for the worst. But you will come and see the work. You will see the respect there is for you guys out there on the border areas where they've never heard about you before. That's these. And that respect comes from love. In a world, in border areas full of hate, which ISIS is delivering, hate, we're answering with love. Simple thing. Simple thing. We don't know who these Yazidis are. I don't even know what their beliefs are. I don't speak the language, but I know one thing, they're human beings. And they need us. And the answer with love is the greatest answer you can ever give in such a hateful society at the moment, in that region, particular world, where you see hate, murder, mayhem, beheadings. So it's beyond aid, what Khalsa Aid. The idea, the vision of Khalsa Aid, at the time, like I said, we could have called the Sikh Aid, we called it Khalsa Aid. There was no other organizations then. Now we have many organizations, brilliant. The more the better. We need to do more. Now we have a lot of youngsters here, we will have questions to answer later. The one thing we need to do as youngsters, organizations, different groups, is to have dialogue amongst yourselves. Because when I'm in the middle of nowhere in Iraq, then I have time to think. My wife can tell you, I don't have time to think. I'm on the phone to other people all the day, other people to me, or social media, or other calls. But when I'm in the middle of nowhere, on borders Iraq, at night time, thinking ahead, and it hurts me to see that we will pull each other down so fast without any idea the damage we're doing. But there is so much good. Even when we're going to northern Iraq, the Iraqi people, the Kurdish people, the Yazidis, the Assyrian Christians, so much love. No matter what we see in the media, there's always much more love. We only see the negativity, the hate. I see it when I go in the middle of nowhere, like I said, it could be in Lebanon, it could be a refugee camp on the Libyan border, and I'm the only Sikh there. I don't feel threatened. I chose to take that step. So, coming back one more time to the Iraqi side, I hope one of you guys will volunteer to visit these Yazidis. I hope you will take that step. We will help you. We will send somebody, most experienced person, myself, or the second volunteer now, to be with you in the border areas. I want the Australian Sikh community to send someone to have a look. Because you will not know the suffering. When we go every time, I'm not going to go into detail, we have kids here. We witness, we talk to the girls who have either been rescued or have escaped from ISIS. We have recently set up a program that every girl that comes back to the families in the refugee camps, $100 for clothing, straight allowance, we provide food. Our partners in Iraq, northern Iraq, they're very good young women working to help them. They provide psychological support. So we're trying to do as much as we can. Those girls who are returning, they're returning more and more now. And when I'm sitting in the tent, it's 45 degrees, 40 degrees temperatures, and they're telling you their stories. Their stories are so bad, I'm not going to go into detail. Like I said, we've got families, we've got kids here. If anybody wants to talk to me afterwards, you're welcome to. It motivates to do more. So last 2-3 minutes, in Punjab we have huge projects. I'm sharing you my thoughts openly and frankly. In Punjab we have several projects. In 2010, we chose, the word is chose, you have to remember this. As Khalsa Aid, we're an international organization, started in 1999. In 2010, we chose to work in Punjab. We're not a Punjab-oriented organization. We never been, we never claimed to be. We thought, okay, what Punjab needs now, after the support. I personally wanted to help to see what the situation of the families there before, and I was shocked. They were neglected. So we started a pension program. Now, when you ask me what's the most difficult place on earth to work, it's Punjab. Not the Syrian border, not Iraq, not Lebanon, it's Punjab. Very restrictive from the government. Everything has to be by the book. Ravi Singh gets more visits from the police than anybody I know because he's in the office. We get visits from Special Branch, we get visits from Internal Intelligence Bureau, and from Delhi, and the local police. So often, harassment of our trustees, harassment of our work. They can't find anything wrong, so they keep harassing. So if I want to send $100,000 today to Iraq, I can do so now. I want to send $1,000 overseas, I have to withdraw it. This is how it works. I mean, some of you guys probably want to ask questions on these issues. You withdraw £1,000 in London, I want to send it to Amarpreet in India. Now the Charity Commission in London want to know where the money's gone, which is fine. If I send it to him just openly in Western Union or someone's hand, he distributes it. The police want to know, where did the money come from? He can't just say, well, I just gave it to him. It's so restrictive. We've got 250 families we're helping. At times, the pressure from the police is a lot that we have to stop our work for a month or two. Then we fall behind our pensions. Then you get some silly fool, I would say, who would go to a family from across Punjab, spending all the money on videos, tape, cameras, to make a video saying, oh, can you make a video against Khalsa Aid because your pension is late? They spend more money making a video against us than helping the family. That's how stupid we become. That's Punjab. Government restriction, and then within the community, pulling each other down. So, youngsters, the future is this. If you want to build a future where you want to learn from people like us, 17 years in the front line, the message is simple. You must have dialogue amongst your groups. You must support each other. Don't try to copy each other, bring each other down, undermine each other. If you're feeding the locals, homeless, help each other. If somebody's helping the local hospital, help them. We learned the hard way. We can pass the experience on. But when you choose this field, serving humanity, it has many difficulties. And one of the difficulties what I found out is when I'm in the hospital, they will keep saying to them, Daddy's gone wide, don't worry, look after your father. And she goes, Father, I'm only 2 years ago again. So last time was like saying, I'm in the ambulance. And he goes, oh, your daughter's following us. I said, she's at school. I said, it's my wife. I think that's the problem, having a white beard. It started going white when we nearly got killed in Congo in 2003. We nearly got shot and it started going white. I'm now 46, so if I ask the children, they'll say you're 65 old. I think they think I'm around when the dinosaurs were around. So she pays the price for the white beard now. I think my beard is so white, I think even my father-in-law thinks I'm his granddad or something. So when we sit together, it's like, oh, he's like your old dad. To my father-in-law, I said, oh. So, you pay the price. One thing you have to have, I might be going over time a little bit, but one thing you have to have is a lot of humor. Sikhs are known. If you ask non-Sikhs, like in England I've experienced, they say, oh, we love the Sikhs, they're such a good laugh. We suffer so much, but we never forget the spirit of Chardi Kala. Our non-Sikh friend, Chardi Kala means ever-rising spirits, that you can't dampen our spirits no matter what. It's always rising. It is hard work, working in the community. It's a new concept. Khalsa Aid, like I said, we didn't have social media. We have it now. We're doing what we can. We don't say to yourselves, I'm sitting here, I'm standing here, I'm Ravi Singh. One thing I don't like being treated as any special. I said that to Grinder Kaur. Where's Grinder Kaur? There she is. She goes, can you please stand up for a minute? I'll tell you a little bit. Sorry, can you please stand up, Anthony? Okay, Grinder Kaur here. She goes, you must come to the Sangha, meet the Sangha in Australia. And I said to Grinder Kaur, you have to promise me, I don't want a band baja at the airport, I don't want flowers given to me, I don't want the special treatment, I just want a cup of coffee and I'm happy. And then, you know what, fantastic, when I turned up the airport, Amarpreet came to pick me up, and now, you know, I'm freely amongst as an individual. When we start bringing individuals at different level, eventually you'll get to their heads, they start changing. I don't want to change what I am, I have a good laugh. Yes, the stresses are always there. At the end of the day, you know, I want to be just as I am. So when you meet me, don't do the usual touching my feet or my knees or whatever. Just have a cup of coffee ready. And I don't mean like 100 cups of coffee at the same time. You know, like get me a coupon or something. So you know, you've got to have a laugh. You've got to understand the difficulties. You've got to be a human being. And like I said, you're delivering hope to those who need hope. And you're doing it unconditionally. And the biggest message you're going to get from me again is always, 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 love will overcome hate. I get so much from my own community at times, like from few people who are die-hard, 3 or people around the world, post any rubbish against me. All the time, these 3 or same individuals will come across negative. That's fine. It makes them happy, but the bitterness will only make the person bitter more. For me, whenever you laugh, I think they want to shut you up, not to have a laugh. Always have a laugh. I'm a human being. I'm not sorry. Anything special. So thank you very much. I hope we can answer more questions Q&A later on. I think I've gone over time. But I look forward to meeting you all afterwards as well, after the program, for a few minutes. And thanks again to Amarpreet Singh, who, like I said, and this is not an understatement, Amarpreet Singh has to put up with a lot in Punjab. If you're going to Punjab, you want to visit a family, you want to give pension to a Sheikh Parwar, all of the money in your hand, talk to him, he'll make sure he'll take you to the family and you give it direct, don't give it to us. But Amarpreet Singh has to put up with a lot of harassment from the police, with a lot of undermining from 2 or 3 groups in our own communities in Punjab. And he called me, I talked to him. So I want to say that this guy who ran Nepal earthquake single-handedly, the langar for 45 days, Kashmir floods, any recent disasters, anything in India, across India last few years, Amarpreet Singh handled it. And you know, he's basically my 2 right arms in India and in Nepal and the local regions. But I do salute his courage dealing with this continuous harassment, but we carry on because you guys support us. It's you. You make us who we are. Any questions you've got, I will answer them. If I don't answer it, then I'm hiding something. We don't hide anything. This is who we are. We talk straight. We don't have any fancy statements. We just get on with the work. I'm here today because, you know, Angie said, please come. I always think doing a great job and my group is helping us here. But we have so much going on. We're understaffed. We need to get them office, what to do. But your support is vital in everything we do. It's very, very vital. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you soon. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.